What's up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8Exchange, the podcast where we talk about MBoards, Escape industry, Escapade Con, and whatever else we end up talking about. I'm your host, Mike Beard. Guys, thank you guys for being here. James,
hey,
welcome. Jacob,
good morning.
And we got Maddie and Rosie behind camera, working again. We will get them a camera. We just haven't done it yet. We need to do it, but okay. So kick things off really quick. One, click the link down below to join our Discord server, so that way your voice will be heard.
Yep, it's
you guys
popping.
Can talk about us. You could talk with us about our projects. You can, put your opinions in there and all that. Two, our hoodies, which none of us are wearing right now, but our MBoards hoodies we have a 1 week pre-sale. Then we're gonna take that list down to our friend next door. He's gonna make our hoodies, and then we'll send them all out to you guys. Yeah. So there's a link down below to get your own hoodie. And yeah, okay. And now one big thing. First bullet point of our show is our venue is locked down.
Yes.
It's announced. So
yes.
It is on Fremont Street. It's not Fremont Street like you guys might think, but it's on Fremont. It's like 9th and Fremont or 10th and Fremont.
Yeah, you could throw a rock and hit Fremont Street.
Yep. We've got the entire block. So it's a massive 250 by 350 foot parking lot, which we will be building out a custom track. And, it's tons more space than we had last year.
We'll have a racetrack. Awesome. We'll have the demo track.
Yep.
We'll have, obviously, all of the vendor booths. We'll have sort of like a hospitality area. We've got the stage out there with some jams and some snacks.
Yeah, we'll do concessions again.
It's going to be busy. It's going to be busy, man.
Couple food trucks. We'll have porta potties and stuff.
We're not all going to be on top of each other,
right?
Like we were last year.
This is a big area. It's bigger
area
than what we had last year. Even for track setup and everything.
If you guys came to the group ride last year, you'll know the parking lot where we met at. That's the parking lot. It is.
Right.
So it's huge. I remember all of us ripping up and down that parking lot. It's big,
and there was plenty of room still.
Plenty of room. We were all in there. I remember when we were there. We met up for the group ride. We were all like huddled like into a couple different groups around, and there was just so much open pavement. Plus, there's a ton of cars parked there. So you move the cars and spur everybody out even more, and it's going to be.
And then there's plenty of spots to park around the around that parking lot area.
Yep.
So and then there's plenty of stuff.
We had a question. I think Ryan actually out of RBE Motion.
Okay.
He's asking if any of the parking spots are dedicated for parking, and the answer is no.
No, not really.
We're going to utilize every ounce of that place for tracks, for vendors, for just things, amenities, whatever.
Yeah,
Esk8 shit.
Kind of the idea was being downtown is we really think a lot of people are going to stay down. Sorry, we're like trying to keep Milo off the couch today.
He's not having it.
And I mean, kind of the idea is just ride your board to the event. Don't drive.
Right.
Leave your car parked.
There's no need
Don't
to.
drive.
We figured that 90% of people who are coming will probably stay downtown, which is there's a dozen hotels within a half a mile from the location. So ride your board down.
Yeah,
no parking needed.
I think we could probably put a little quick map together because there is some paid parking. There's some free parking if you want to choose free parking.
Yes, there are some.
And I think we could probably put that. Yeah. I would imagine the city probably put something.
So we're actually going to be making a very detailed video series for Escapade Con with guides, like the day of, what to expect, like how to get here, maybe where to stay. We're gonna do a whole video on how to get your board here if you're flying. Like we're doing all these different guides. So that'll be one of them, like where to park, like how to get there, stuff like that.
Cool.
So there's seriously a dozen different places to park down there.
And then I also have a list of parking garages and stuff like that are free parking there. So there's going to be casinos, hotels, things like that available that are you can go park there free from a certain time to a certain time. And most of the time it's 7 a.m. to like 4 p.m. But it's free parking that entire time. And then after that, it's like $3 for the first hour, and then it's like $15 every hour after that, dude. So they really get you. But there's a cool little selection of stuff that I found also around that whole venue.
There's plenty of free spots down there.
We're going to be cool. We'll have plenty of parking, plenty of spaces to go. From what it sounds like, quite a few people are staying at the Nugget. So if you want to be in the little Esk8 scene setup area where everybody's kind of staying, try to get a room at the Nugget around it.
And then vendors will, of course, you guys can bring your trucks in, unload, then you got to get your trucks out. And then so no one is going to have to scale their stuff in. We'll have plenty of, if you're supposed to have stuff there, we will have a place for you to unload.
It was kind of fun last year though, skating stuff in at one point, and then it kind of got hectic.
This time around it'll be much better because people will be able to drive their truck straight in, unload damn near right at their booth, and drive their truck out. It should be a lot easier to do it. Like last year we had this huge walkway, everyone had to get their stuff down. not a big deal. Everybody made it work, but still.
We don't have to wedge Jeff's van in either.
No, Jeff's van will fit perfectly. It'll be totally fine. Yeah,
that'll be great.
I was so nervous that day. I was like, oh my God, what if his van doesn't fit? Like, it was fine though. Okay, yeah. So vendor confirmations we've been posting throughout the week. So far, we've got Anzra and Matt Eastgate. Both of those are coming, and I got more coming along the week. So we've got more confirmed, but we'll slowly add them up.
We're gonna leak them out. And then
so follow us on Instagram for that.
I'm excited.
Yep. And then it's not too late to get more to show up. Like, so if you have, brands that you really want to show up and you're noticing they're not being confirmed, reach out to them, ask them if they're coming, because the more people who ask them, the more it just keeps Esk8 Con top of mind, and they'll start to consider.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, like we say, a closed mouth does not get fed, and it does not hurt to just hop on one of their ads or hop on anything that they post.
Just simply ask.
You see plenty of Meepo ads. I'm just using this example. You see plenty of ads. Get on there. I used A-Stack the other day. Asked them, hey, are you guys going to Esk8 Con? Yep, we're planning on it. We will be.
Hey, well, they haven't contacted me yet, so I better get a hold of them.
But they did. They posted a comment, and it's really that easy. It's like, all right, cool. Just ask people, because there are some companies that may not know.
X-Way hopped to my DMs this morning, so hopefully we'll figure something out with them.
That sounds sturdy.
All right. So our endurance is officially on tour.
Yes.
We've been tracking it.
We've been tracking it. It's on its way over to Fred in New Jersey. Eastgate Unity.
Yep.
He's got it first. I think we've got a list of like 8 or 9 YouTubers that it's going to hit. So
it's a nice little list.
We bought this like beautiful Pelican case, and it's in there, and it's just going to make its rounds. So Fred will have it for about 7 to 10 days. That should be like
a pretty cool unboxing. There's that'll just be cool with the case and everything.
Yeah, that's going to be it's going to be really nice. 8 to 9 people. So are we going to try to get it back by Esk8
So
Con?
I think what the plan is, we're going to have 3 or 4 people go before Esk8 Con. We're going to get it back for Esk8 Con, and then we'll send it back out on the road after Esk8 Con. Because I figure might as well have it. Might as well have another board here for demos and stuff. Well, and it's a good opportunity for us to like halftime, take a look at it, do some maintenance, because people are not. Who knows what they're going to do to it? We'll see. It might come back a mess.
Who knows?
But I'm sure most of these guys are in the industry. We know them. They'll take care of the board. But still, maintenance is always nice. Kind of keep an eye on everything. Refresh all the extra parts that are probably going to be missing on that box. But it's all good. Yep. So I already talked about hoodies.
Yes.
Yeah, I already did that. It's all good. Okay, James.
Yes.
You brought me some information about OneWheel the other day.
I did.
People are like jailbreaking them.
Basically, so everybody got really mad at Future Motion because the whole right to repair, and we're not allowed to do this and we're not allowed to do that. When they released the GT that came out, they said, well, listen, we're going to offer custom shaping like we did on the XRs. Well, it's been a year now, and there really is no custom shaping. They've been saying they're going to do that for the pints.
What's custom shaping?
So it makes it so that you can actually angle your nose up or angle it down. You can change the aggressiveness of the brakes, of the acceleration.
So does this exist on their other models?
Yeah, so it used to be really an XR thing. That was mainly what it was, and then they kind of like were getting ready to take it away. It was no longer on the Pint. It was no longer on the Pint X, and it was not on the GT. But they were promising that they were going to do it for the GT.
Okay.
And so they really never did. And so there's been quite a few people now that there's this guy, I can't really pronounce his name. It's like Nat Nazarant or something, but he has found a way to pull a chip off of the ESCs and put it in some machine, and it like shakes this chip around and shoots out a bunch of data back at him, bro.
Shakes it around.
Yeah, and shakes it around and shoots back a bunch of data. So they only get the front end of that data. They can't get the back because something to do with encryption and what Future Motion has done. Okay. But that's allowed them to get all of these codes now to where they can basically, they have to brick your OneWheel. They're only doing it on the Pint right now. Soon is going to be the Pint X and then the GT. But they basically flash your OneWheel, they erase all the firmware, and then you download other firmware that's for the older XRs so that you can now unlock your Pint to no longer have pushback at like 12 miles an hour. So there's dudes on Pints that are doing 20 miles an hour right now. So my Pint X, when I'm cruising at 15, I can now get XR pushback. So now I'm cruising at 20 miles an hour comfortably, and then I can also download custom shaping.
Sounds dangerous.
It is dangerous. Yeah, this is not advised to just the ill, because you can mess this up. You can brick your board, and then And on top of it, a lot of people want to run different batteries and stuff on their OneWheels. They can't because the BMS is paired with the ESC, so it has to make that handshake.
Yeah.
We have now unlocked a way to undo that. So you un-ID that the BMS and unhandshake it, and now you can use any battery that you want to do. Yep.
That's cool.
So
my thought is originally,
I think you did all that in one breath.
Yeah, you did.
I don't think he breathed.
I was so excited about it.
You know what's interesting? I thought where we were going with this, I thought you were going to say that the GT has all this custom shaping, but none of the other things do.
It's supposed to.
It's supposed to. So is it coming or not?
It's coming. That's what OneWheel and Future. That's what Future Motion keeps saying.
It.
We're gonna. Don't worry.
But just the GT.
Yes, just the GT.
Okay, that makes sense because they're just trying to entice you with more features on the more expensive board.
The $2,500, 34-pound OneWheel. Fuck that thing.
34 pounds? Are you serious?
Dude, they're 31 to 34. Somewhere right around there. Wow. I know it's in the 30s.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Because the new Vesk ones that they're building, the 84 volts, are coming in at like 37 pounds.
Wow.
Bro, that's as much as the Endurance.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, Jesus Christ. And this thing is like only this
dense.
big. Yeah,
that's dense.
It really is. And then the new ones that the dudes in China that are getting ready to pop off with, float wheel, those are like, they're even heavier because they're using bigger motors and more cells in the front and cells in the back. So it's pretty cool to see what that whole aspect is see what's happening with that whole aspect of Future Motion and the OneWheels and everything. I'm so glad we don't have to deal with that type of shit.
Yeah, dude, that's wild. Like seriously, I can only think of one e-skate company that kind of has everything locked down. Otherwise, it's super simple to like work on our shit.
Yeah. I feel like with the amount of wheels that they have out now, it's sort of like, would you just give up already? You know,
I know.
Like, just give up already. Like just help start helping people instead. Keep these wheels on the road longer.
You know,
as long as on the side of that wheel it still says OneWheel, there's nobody that's gonna ask what's inside of it, and honestly, nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody
cares. It doesn't matter if you're happy with the way it goes, and you had to do an upgrade or a fix or a change to keep the OneWheel on the road. Go for it, man.
Yeah,
they should be helping. They should be helping.
Because, I mean, you guys both own companies, you know, and I'm sitting here thinking, dude, like you guys as company owners, wouldn't you guys get the idea that we might be in a pickle and we might be pissing people off and maybe we should change because we might lose a bottom dollar right now or what?
There's two. The issue is it's a liability thing. They're trying to, and I understand both sides of it. Like as a consumer, I want to say, yeah, I want everything open and unlocked for me so I can go and disable my pushback. But at the same time, as a company, it's like, well, people disable their pushback and they're eating shit left and right and dying because of it or seriously injuring themselves. It's going to come down on us.
I also think
it's really
their
tough.
demographic too. I think a couple people did die on OneWheels, like pretty early on in the company.
Something happened a while ago.
They were like nosediving all of a sudden or something. And
because the pushback wasn't really there.
They were exceeding the speed limit.
So that was what.
But the demographic of OneWheel mostly, like I know you ride one, but I don't think that you're their main demographic. I think it's moms buying them for their kids. It's teenage boys riding them around their neighborhoods.
Yeah. I don't know though. When you go to a OneWheel meetup, there's adults.
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit of.
I think the people who go to OneWheel meetups are adults, but I think majority of percentage of OneWheels sold are going
to gotta be.
Just regular consumers who wouldn't have the means to get in there.
Would you guys buy your kid a OneWheel, knowing what you know right now, and say Rosie was 16 years old and was like, I want a OneWheel?
No, because I can't work on it.
Okay, well,
that bothers me.
Yeah,
I can't fix it.
But that's the thing, because you got to work on it to work on it.
Because kids break everything. Yeah. So like. I'll have a skateboard for sure because if they break something, I just go to get a part off the shelf and fix it for them. But otherwise,
I know Jacob would never buy a OneWheel. Period. Ever.
I was surprised you did not say that I would actually buy my kid a OneWheel before I bought him a skateboard.
You would?
I would first.
Really?
Yeah, because of the lack of the remote and the speed.
Okay.
Oh, it's slower.
Because on a skateboard, my neighbor next door, he got a Evolve GTR like a year ago, and his son's like 12 years old. And in the beginning, he was fine. You know, he was like cruising around, and it was, helmet, and he'd have all his gear. And then one day my wife texts me. She's like, so little guy's out front skating. I was like, oh, cool. She sends me a picture, no helmet, no nothing. She goes,
shit.
Holy shit, he just flew by the house. So he's already figured out how to just click the button, go from Pro to GTR.
Yeah.
He's doing 20 plus miles an hour around the neighborhood.
Yeah, see, I'd speed limit mine.
Yeah, all of a sudden, you've got now a problem. So I don't know.
With most OneWheels, dude, you're only going 15 miles an hour.
Here's a question though about liability. We don't get too far off track, but let's throw a wrinkle in it and say if Future Motion or if companies continue to put limits on things, that then makes them fully responsible for anything that happens
Within those
limits.
Yeah.
If those limits get exceeded, they failed. Right. If your board is able to go into pushback at 17 miles an hour and it was only supposed to go 15, something already has failed.
Right.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have allowed you to even get to that point. So if people are now breaking things, jailbreaking, they're doing their own customization, just like a car manufacturer, they say, as soon as you do that, you void your warranty, which also means you void the liability.
So now
OneWheel should be able to go like this. You
mess
with your
certainly.
shit, dude. That's not my problem
That's
anymore.
basically what they're doing. And so if you send in a board that's been tampered with at all, remember I was so super worried about that when I first had problems with it. They won't even work on it, and then they charge you to send it back, bro. And it's like $300, and
they shouldn't.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have
to. Here's the next question: do you think Future Motion is going to put out an update that's going to block that ability to jailbreak?
Well, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. Every single time a new iOS version comes out for iPhone, it takes about 1 to 6 months, and they jailbreak that version. Then jailbreak the next version. They jailbreak the next version. So they'll always figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
It's just every time it gets harder and harder and harder. But the people who are jailbreaking get smarter and smarter and smarter. So it's like a race. It's like a battle back and forth. But like I'm sure right now there's some jailbreak available for iOS, whatever we're on 16. I'm sure it already exists.
Yep. Right.
We're only 3 or 4 months in.
They're doing it with cars. When the Corvette, the last ZR1 came out last year, 2 years ago, whatever. Nobody could crack it. The car had 755 something horsepower, and people were like, "No, I still want to get into it."
Yeah.
And once they did, this car's cranking out like 1,700 horsepower on like a stock motor. So of course, Chevy's like, GM's like, "Man, we didn't really want that, but
yeah, you guys are supposed
I
to do
guess after a year, GM released it. They gave them the code to get into the computer, but they waited an entire year. They said for a year, we're not going to do it.
Conspiracy theory, they leaked that. They leaked it.
There was one company that had it at like the 8-month mark.
Yeah.
Because when the day that GM released it, their product hit the shelf, and it was clean, done, boxed, ready to go. You could upload that from your computer to your car and have like 1,400 horsepower with a click of a freaking button.
Maddie's dad, one of his friends, plugged in some device to his Ford truck and changed a whole bunch of default settings.
Yeah, the chips. You can chip them.
It's crazy. It's pretty cool. But all right, we actually have a badass build of the week. It sounds like
nice. We got these going again. I'm excited. Oh, the fucking music! I forgot about that.
Always. Yes.
The badass build of the week.
Yes. Okay. So this is Dallas's board.
Yeah, this is the homie.
So we should have probably talked about it last week, but we had our eared review last week, so it is what it is. But hey, we're getting to it. But yeah, dude, this board is insane. If you have not watched his video, he made a whole video on it. So definitely go check that out. But he's got two 6368 motors, a 6384 motors.
I was about to,
yeah.
You got him.
There's a lot of sixes on the screen. Sorry, guys.
A lot of sixes.
16S6P P42A, a white puck with a post.
It's hard to say.
Is that what it really is called? It's a post moat, right? Whatever. Okay.
Post most. It's what I don't know what to call it.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch case. We're good.
6 months of planning and riding. Yeah, look at this. Yes.
Dude, this thing is a beast, honestly.
It is.
I was talking to him a couple months ago, and I was like, tell me all about it. I want to get it on the show right now. And he's like, I got to wait till it's done.
Got a purple De Vega. He's got anti-sync plates. He's got 3-link trucks.
3-link stooge setup, bro.
Yep.
Did he anodize the heatsink?
I don't think so.
No, I think he kept it bare.
This is the custom heatsink that we ended up doing.
That thing's nice.
It's really nice,
Dude,
though.
Dallas has got a couple nice setups, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's got it. Between him, he's got a couple nice boards.
Got a couple nice setups.
But anyways, guys, definitely check out his...
Now, that is a badass build, bro.
Yes, it is.
That is a badass
build.
It's
direct gear.
Yeah.
Did not realize that.
Gear on gear, bro.
And actually, in his video, he talked about that's one thing that he might be thinking about changing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's just so dirty.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to do any maintenance on.
Yeah.
So he's thinking about a belt drive setup.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that he lives in Arizona. I might be wrong.
Right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he lives in Arizona, dude. And AZ
chain
crust
drive it, man.
that
I want to
you
do
get
a
the
chain
crust.
drive.
Oh, he's got the BioBoard Spin 10 ESC. Very cool.
And I'm pretty sure he had to do something with those the stooges. I think he had to 3D print some stuff.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
He bought extenders.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like a custom bracket.
Rosie,
yeah.
We got a show to put on, man.
Yeah, hey, Rosie.
Little baby. Yeah, it looks
Three-link
really
setup's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah, super stable.
Yeah, they look really good.
That's a whole different ride when you
Surprised he went with the pneumatics and not the stooge wheels.
MBoards and had a really sweet CNC'd
Yes.
heat sink made with the name of the board, Venom, in it. I worked with Mike over there. Shout out to those guys. They did a fantastic job.
Hey.
I literally reached out to him on Instagram, was like, hey, I want to do this. Can I send you like an image? He sent it to him. We did a little back and forth where he got everything kind of ready to go. And he had it done that day. Like I reached out to other companies, some overseas ones and stuff, other guys in the e-skate world, and they told me it was like a 3-month wait because they have work or this or that. This is like a kind of a splurge spend on this one component. Like Mike was like, "Yep, I'll help you out right now, man. I got you." And literally, it was like I think I messaged him at like 9 or 10 a.m.
Yeah,
and at like 1 p.m. he was sending me video of him holding the part. Like done, awesome service, and it looks super cool.
So some things that he said that he might be changing or that he would change in the future. He was could go either way on the gear drives just because of how messy they were and difficult to maintain.
Yeah.
He talked about like if he needed to change out a tube or something, how it made everything just a lot more complicated.
I know using that stooge setup, it is dragged. It's also open.
Yep.
So that gear or that grease just kind of flings everywhere.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a good grease yet.
Yeah.
They work without it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Well, and isn't it really hard on the startup too?
I would imagine overall it's going to get really tough on those gears. So I've always, not always, this hasn't been around that long. I don't know why they just don't throw a cover over the suit setup and just call it a day, just a shield or something to keep
keep
that
the grease in
from
there.
flinging.
Even the 3D printed something.
Because Joe, dude, he'll have it all over his back leg. It's kind of funny.
Oh, that's funny.
It's just
but
all
grease
over
like
his leg.
ruins clothing.
Exactly.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't come out really that way.
Is that why Joe always wears dark pants?
He wears like specific pants when he rides that board because it just destroys.
Interesting.
So he said that he would consider a belt-driven setup in the future. And then the other thing was maybe looking for some more range. So he said right now he gets about 30 miles, but that's when he's going over 30 miles an hour riding. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, belts aren't dead. They're not dead.
No.
They're just, I think they just still have like, I mean, it's such a basic setup.
It is basic.
I feel like we could doll it up somehow.
Yeah.
We could, but no matter what, at the end of the day, belt drive gives you more options than any other drivetrain system out there.
That's my thing is everyone's like bailing on belts, but the moment you go to gears, the moment you do direct drive or whatever your like other options out there, you lose like that complete customability, like or customization, whatever I'm trying to say.
Customization ability.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know.
Did we just make up a new word?
I don't know, bro. But like you lose the ability to change out your gear ratio, to change out like your wheel adapters, like and actually have control over everything. Like the moment you go to gear drives 1, you're locked into whoever made your gear drives because no one's doing anything standard right now.
No.
So it's like, it's like I like gear drives and they're nice, but like you have to really believe in that company to continue to provide support for those parts, or else you're kind of screwed. You have to buy new gear drives. Now, thankfully, gear drives are getting cheaper and cheaper, so like
and they're getting
having to buy a new set like isn't that big of a deal if you do it once a year or every other year or something. But still, like
seems like a lot more
and pulleys are so much easier.
A lot more companies are starting to do gear drive. Esk8Exchange getting ready to drop one out. Omni's got a whole gear drive set up, bro.
Yeah, we're working on ours.
I think it's just the cycle of the industry. I think belts do come back at some point.
I think DKP will come back.
The stooge idea, direct, open. All of these things are still usable. Chain drives are still around, and chain drives are becoming popular right now.
Yeah.
So I just see like refinements that need to be made along the way. But there's only so much we can do.
Yeah, at this point.
I think it's cool what Hoyt and Metro do with their adjustability. Having those on springs, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I think there's another company out that
LaCroix
has
does
one.
it.
LaCroix has it, yeah. So I think that might be sort of.
I want to say there's one more out there, and I can't.
I'm
think
pretty sure
of,
that there
there's
is.
at least
There is
one more out there.
Even little freaking. I've seen those little Fast and Furious boards. They have that little screw that you can adjust. And it's like again, it's an idea. It kind of works, but it's sort of that same concept of spring loading and making easy adjustability.
Right.
So it's possible.
Yeah. It's interesting for sure.
Give it a whirl.
All right. Well, I think that might be our show, guys.
That was a good board, though.
Is that it?
So we need more of those builds.
Are we going to be doing
more
some
builds again?
I mean, I've got a couple people for sure that I've got in line for bringing on badass builds. So
let's do it.
I'll get this in the queue to Maddie, and we'll get a couple more going for sure. 'Cause
Cool.
it's always cool to see those ones.
Yeah.
I love Dallas's setup, man.
Dude,
really,
it's good.
That's really cool, bro.
We need to get him on the podcast when he's here for Escapade Con. Yeah, we got to get a lot of people here. We got to figure out how we're going to do that.
If you could change one thing on Dallas's board, what would it be? Go.
Oh, man.
Jacob first.
Gosh.
One thing. Only one thing. And I'm not saying this in a negative way. Everybody has their own little taste. But if you could change one thing on Dallas's build, what would it be?
His tire and hub setup.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too. I think you can go to
ditched.
CNC hubs.
Okay.
He had
Cool.
CNC hubs that looked like. I thought
He
those
did?
were the Boardnamics ones.
I thought it was the...
Yeah, they look like CNC.
I thought it was the... Man, I got to figure it out. I thought they were an injection mold that I can't think of the brand right now.
Okay, well,
I think you tripping, boo.
Yeah.
But no,
Dallas-
maybe I am. So.
Dallas, hop in the comments.
No, because he dyed them. They're plastic. Because I
Okay.
remember in the video, he dyed them.
Okay.
I
There we
just
go.
can't
Oh,
think.
here.
There they are.
There they are.
They
Damn, they
are.
look metal, bro.
They're plastic.
Okay.
Because I remember he dyes them black.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just may have gone to a wider setup.
Okay.
I think I would have gone to a wider hub. I could care less if it was plastic or CNC.
Yeah, I
to
don't
tell
really
you the
care about
truth.
that.
I just think a wider hub, a wider tire setup.
I feel you.
may have liked. Now, he may be going for something specific here. This board is a little narrower, so there's probably a reason behind it.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's probably what I would change, and I'd probably just put Stooch wheels on.
Okay.
Okay.
The only thing that I would change about this deck is the grip tape.
The grip tape.
Yep.
You don't like the grip
I
tape?
don't like the grip tape.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
You're gonna
I want to see.
You know, Dallas watches our show. He's gonna be upset about that.
Listen,
Bro. I think it's cool.
there's got to be one person that's like, listen, man, this
But
is a great board, bro. But I think that he.
No, I think his grip tape looks good.
I don't think you can judge grip tape because that's like a personal
It is.
That doesn't even really
It
matter
is.
to the function. So let's talk about like something physical on there. Like, come on, give me something better than grip tape. Of course, I would do different.
So,
grip tape.
you guys know that I'm not really a big fan of the bigger boards. I like the smaller things. So if I could, I would make this a little bit shorter.
A little shorter.
Yeah, a little bit shorter.
Oh, like lengthwise?
Yeah, this motherfucker is long.
I like
dude.
longer boards.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like when I first hopped on the Endurance, when I first started
It's
riding
long
it,
board.
it is,
She's
bro.
long.
It was long and it was wide and it was big, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, and it kind of grew on me.
Yeah.
And every time I hop on the LaCroix, I'm like, it's just too
Now that's
big,
a whole
bro.
another level
Propels,
of big, though, bro.
hop on propels, they're just too
They're
big.
big.
Callies, I hop on them and they're just too big, dude. I'm like, I'd rather just go hop on a quad, hop on an ATV, because that's what I feel like I should be riding right now. Give me a good old bum 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 bum.
You'll be on a Surround in no time.
Nope, never. I will die before I hop on a Surround, bro.
You know how I feel about OneWheel.
I know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because every time you hop on one,
go.
you
Which PV do you hate the most?
Oh. I don't think I have one that bothers me
Hoverboards?
that much.
Hoverboard.
Oh, I wouldn't. That's not even a PV,
Yeah.
bro.
So it's not even so much the Surons.
It's like Pluto,
but
bro.
just
It's
the
not even a
dudes-
planet,
It's
dude.
just the dudes that ride the Surons, man. I've met one or two dudes that are cool to ride Surons. Everybody else is just like, they just got this stink about them, bro. They're just like, I'm cool because I can ride on a wheelie on my really small electric dirt bike. And it's like, bro, you're not that cool. I'll do that right now. A bunch of other people can do that, homie. Okay, go 50 miles
Trying
an
to start
hour
a beef with
challenge.
the local
Right, dude.
Suron chapter.
Yeah, send
the
it,
local
man.
Surroundsters.
Yeah, send it, dude. What's up? I'm just kidding.
Man.
I love everybody.
Go buy some hoodies, man. Those things are
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
hoodies
Everybody
are
needs to
dope,
get a hoodie.
bro.
Yeah,
God, now you
dude,
guys
we
give me a
make pretty
complex.
much no money on those. We just want to have them out so people can have them.
What started as a wonderful Christmas gift, we all were like, man, people want these things. Just let them have them.
And the people do want them too.
Yeah.
That's
Heck
cool.
yeah. Heck
That's
yeah.
really cool.
All right, well, we will see you guys next week. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for tuning in again. Always can count on our little podcast fam to come through and
Yes.
watch our videos.
Always
so
rely on
appreciate it.
James to talk some shit at the end of it too.
Remember,
All right.
kids,
Yes.
electricity.
Electricity kills.
Electricity does kill.
All right, guys. See you later.
Deuces.
Peace.